the San Siro Stadium in Milan. In all respects, the most eagerly awaited match in the competition. AC Milan having grabbed the advantage by holding Real to a 1-1 draw in the first leg in Spain. We pick it up in the first half. John Motson, the commentator, on tonight's second leg.
Milan in the peculiar position, really, of knowing that they don't have to score here tonight in the home leg. They have an away goal from Madrid, but the referee, Mr. Ponnet of Belgium, has stopped the game for a meaningful minute, I think we'll find, in memory of those who perished at Hillsborough last Saturday. And the strains of You'll Never Walk Alone will be appreciated, I'm sure, on Merseyside. Well, pouring rain, 72,000 people in the stadium, and AC Milan on the attack, but a break on here perhaps for Real with Manuel Sanchez. Hugo Sanchez there at the focal point of the attack. Butragueño, and that's offside. The teams knew before they came out who the winners will meet in the final, because in a match played earlier today, Steaua Bucharest qualified by knocking out Galatasaray, and the final of this Champions Cup takes place in Barcelona on May the 24th. All tickets were sold weeks ago for this second leg. It's also being shown live on Italian television from a stadium which is also named after one of Italy's great international heroes of the past, Giuseppe Meazza, who's lovingly remembered here. Here's one of the modern players, Ruud Gullit. And Real at full stretch at the moment in their own half. Tassotti, the right back. Gullit hugging the touchline. And then, as usual, finding space. Ancelotti, number 11. And he too's got some room here to fire one. Oh, it's a goal for Ancelotti. And AC Milan have taken the lead. On the night, on aggregate, the goalkeeper comes out to join the celebrations. But what about the goalkeeper at the other end, Buyo? Well, it was well struck, but he seemed to wave it goodbye from a very strange position. They don't mind about that. Ancelotti hit this well, but I would have thought a few English goalkeepers might have done better there. Two-1 on aggregate. Just the sort of start the Italian champions wanted, and Real now got a man-sized job on, and they're still having to defend. Corner. Look at the height and flight on that. Headed badly by Godilio, really, and they're struggling here, Madrid. That's a corner. Great excitement. Tassotti. Another good cross. That's Rijkaard, and that's a goal. Number 2, Frank Rijkaard. Really good header this. Tassotti, the fullback, feeds the ball in. His cross provided for Van Basten in the first leg, and now it's Rijkaard who's up with power, heading downwards in classic fashion. Past the goalkeeper for 2-0 on the night. No question that Rijkaard prefers playing in midfield rather than at the back, and he's having a good match there tonight for Milan. That's Colombo chasing. Well, I suppose in technical European terms, if Real Madrid could get back to 2-2, then they would go through, because the away goals would count double. But they're 2-0 down, and they've got to do something about it quickly. This is Manuel Sanchez. And that's a bit of space for Godilio. Others arriving now in the middle. And it's free for Michel. Oh, that's a bad miss. Michel in plenty of space. And well found too by Rafael Gordillo here. He wasn't marked. Gallego forward. This is Colombo. It's in this stadium, incidentally, that the world champions Argentina will commence proceedings in the 1990 World Cup finals. The opening match will be played here. By then it'll be all seats. Here's Van Basten. He gets them off their seats with skill like that. What a good turner he is on the ball for a big man. Super play by Marco Van Basten. Turns so adroitly, as a smaller man might, and seems to shake off defenders as he goes. Donadoni. 23 years since Real Madrid won the European Cup. Here's Rijkaard. Ancelotti again, deflected. He's having quite a night. He missed the final in '84, Ancelotti, when he was a Roma player. Injury kept him out of the match against Liverpool. Again, it's short to Tassotti. Donadoni. Good little cross. Hullet seems to find room even in a crowded penalty area. Ruud Hullet. Donadoni's provided some lovely service from both flanks tonight. Free header. Good break again by Frank Rijkaard. The Dutchmen really are combining well. This is Hullet. Gallego goes across. Appeals from the home supporters for a penalty. Monsieur Ponnet says play on, which I think, well, he doesn't actually. He's given a free kick the other way, but I think he was right in his decision not to give a penalty. Seemed to me as though Ricardo Gallego made a legitimate attempt to get the ball there from Rudy Hullet, who got past the first challenge. Well, nothing given. Martin Vasquez, been very quiet, but that goes for quite a few Real Madrid players. We haven't seen much of Schuster or Hugo Sanchez in a first half which has been dominated by the free expression of AC Milan's football. And they're winning the ball in key areas too. That was Donadoni. Hullet. And they're running so well from the back. In fact, we're in injury time now at the end of the first half. 2-0 on the night. 3-1 on aggregate to the Italian champions. And here they come again. This is Maldini, the left back. Donadoni on the ball now. Back to him from Hullet. Donadoni seems to switch flanks so effortlessly. He's on the left now against Sanchez. Another good cross. Hullet, yes, 3. Oh, brilliant. He makes it look so easy. And Real Madrid left just watching space. They certainly weren't watching Hullet. He crept in there in front of Gordillo to head the third. Rather like the goal he got in the European Championship final in Munich, this one. Good header. And this makes it now 4-1 on aggregate and puts AC Milan in the final, surely. Again, it's Rijkaard coming from the back, or from midfield, really, tonight. Chendo gets up with Donadoni, but they're jittery, Real Madrid, and every time AC Milan attack, you think they're going to score. It's a stylish, classical performance, this, by the Italians, and they're into everything. That was Costa Curta. Now it's Ancelotti from Donadoni. Good little ball in again. Buyo's having an unhappy evening. It was Hullet who went chasing there to try and win the ball. This now is Llorente for Real Madrid. Oh, what a careless ball that was. Maldini, some of these Italians we shall be watching again in the World Cup next year. Did well in the European Championships, and they'll start favourites perhaps in their own country. But they've been so pepped up by the 3 Dutchmen, AC Milan. That was Rijkaard. There's Hullet, and here's the third one, Van Basten. Oh, it's so easy to fall in love with football like this. Marco van Basten on the end of a lovely triangular move between the three Dutch internationals. Rijkaard's ball in, Hullit's header down. Van Basten knowing exactly what he's going to do, and a rasping finish. Great understanding between the two players there inside the penalty area, and this is number 4. Well, they're wet, but they're delighted. 5-1, the aggregate score. Schuster. No room there. And again, the inevitable Donadoni breaks for AC. What a good player this lad is. Wide again. And Hullit using that stand space. Chendo in the way this time. Well, Real Madrid could be on the end of one of their biggest European beatings here. I think 5-0 is the heaviest defeat they've ever had. That was against the Germans of Kaiserslautern a few years ago. It's 4 at the moment. Real playing their 225th European match tonight in 33 years of competition. Now Hullit is injured. I think that was the right knee that seemed to lock when Ruud Hullit made a run down the right wing a moment ago. Don't think there was a player near him when it happened. He slid the ball in and then seemed to pull up sharply, holding his knee. Well, they won't risk Hullit when they're 4-0 up. No need to. They want him for the final in Barcelona at the end of May, and he's going to be replaced here by as he gets on the stretcher, Rudy Hullit. And it is the right knee, there's no doubt about that. He's going to be replaced by the greying figure of Verdis, who is waiting to come on. Well, this looks like the end of an era at Real Madrid. This defeat will see the end, perhaps, of this, largely of this team, maybe of the coach as well. I think Beenhakker was going to be on his way anyway. I don't think he was expecting a beating like this. Everything that Milan do seems to come off. And they haven't slackened, they haven't just sat on the lead, they've gone looking for more. Crowd urging them on. That was Costa Curta, number 5. Oh, and it goes again to Van Basten. Little chip ball, beautifully done, really. Ancelotti again now. He'll shoot from anywhere tonight. Corner off Chendo. He set them all on their way with the first goal, Ancelotti. And now they're looking for the 5th. That's gone short. This is Donadoni again. Fired in. Oh, it's gone in at the near post. It crept in, and the goalkeeper looks in dismay. Donadoni, the man being congratulated, number 7, who's made so much tonight and now scores himself from an improbable sort of shot. It went in at the near post. Puyo was late. He may have been unsighted, but what's not in doubt is that it's 5-0 now to AC Milan. Beenhakker reflects on the fact that the damage has been done to his side by 3 of his fellow countrymen, Rijkaard, Van Basten and Hullit. So the worst defeat that Real have ever suffered in all those European matches is equalled. 5-0, the aggregate score 6-1. Who would have thought that when this semi-final looked such a close match on paper between 2 of Europe's most famous clubs. Baresi, who's been, again, quite imperious at the back for AC Milan, and they're being roared on now by every touch of the ball. Slide rule passing. Terrific quality about the play and about the performance, and the referee calls for the ball and ends one of the finest European displays you could wish to see. AC Milan beat Real Madrid 5-0 on the night, 6-1 on aggregate to reach the final.
For our home teams in last
against Malaga, and this was number 4. So atmosphere, expectation and the tie of the round in Milan tonight, where John Motson is the commentator.
The World Cup will open in this stadium in 8 months' time, and just to be here tonight makes you almost tremble with anticipation. Such is the fervour generated by a capacity 70,000 crowd, paying record receipts of £1.5 million for the privilege of seeing this glittering club match that they're calling the Little World Cup Final. So much prestige at stake, and so many world-class players about to stride across one of the great arenas of European football. AC Milan, maybe without Ruud Gullit, but their two other Dutchmen, Rijkaard and Van Basten, are both fit to start. The Italian internationals around them include Maldini, Baresi and Ancelotti, whose long-range shot started that rout of Real here 6 months ago. Well, John Toshak has told his Real Madrid team to forget that defeat and concentrate instead on trying to score the away goal he believes could be crucial over 2 legs. Schuster will play as sweeper, Hugo Sanchez is the only out-and-out striker because Butragueño is injured. But it's the middle line of Michel, Martin Vázquez and Paco Llorente that hold the key as far as Toshak's concerned. In fact, John Toshak, thrilled to be the manager of this great club, was talking to us late into the night in this football-crazy city. So crazy that 30,000 red and black flags were distributed to Milan supporters by the stadium authorities as they came in tonight. Renovations in the stadium still in progress for the World Cup. A new upper tier, high in the gods, is still being completed, as is a quite revolutionary roof, which will almost shut out the sky. But it's shutting in the noise, and it's AC Milan in red and black stripes playing from right to left, and here's Maldini. Number 6, Franco Baresi, the captain. Ancelotti. 11, Avani. Schuster, the backman for Real Madrid, who are playing it all blue. Foul. West German referee, by the way, in charge tonight. Aaron Schmidhuber. And already Milan with a chance to examine that Real Madrid defence. Van Basten and Rijkaard waiting for the free kick to be floated in. And there's Rijkaard. And here's Michel for Real. Number 3, socks down, Gordillo. A whole galaxy of personalities from world football in the stadium tonight. Managers from the Argentine and Brazilian national teams, among others. And around 200 journalists covering the match, not to mention most of the television stations of Europe. Oscar Ruggeri there, the Argentine international, just kicking the ball away to Gordillo. Costa Curta for Milan. Baresi. Avani. Rijkaard finds Tassotti. Van Basten. And still.
Great start for AC Milan. It's the Dutchman again. Van Basten crossed and Rijkaard put it in. And Real Madrid stood there and watched it. Would you believe this start? The stadium erupts as Frank Rijkaard takes the congratulations with just 8 minutes gone. Van Basten curls the cross in over Simone, and look at Rijkaard. His marker, Ruggeri, stood still. In fact, Ruggeri went out to check Van Basten and lost Rijkaard completely, and Sanchez it was who was left standing. And Sacchi, the coach of AC Milan, also stands, presumably in celebration. Michel. So on the ground where they let in 5 6 months ago, Real go 1 down early on again.
And Van Basten shows what a complete player he is. Not just a goal scorer, but pulled out to the right to make the cross perfect. And Rijkaard just had to nod his acceptance. Well, certainly not the start John Toshak was hoping for. Here's Franco Baresi, and Milan are coming from all angles now. Brilliant play by the sweeper. That's the yellow card affair. Hierro, number 5. Hierro is cautioned for this tackle on Franco Baresi. Quite cynical. Offside flags up. Well, Real's thoughts must have turned, albeit momentarily, to that dreadful 5-0 drubbing they took here last season. To go one down so early, and Van Basten's it again! It could be 2! Oh, and the goalkeeper has brought him down on the 18-yard line, or inside, is it? The referee's looking across to the linesman, and he went towards the penalty spot. Van Basten is prostrate. Real Madrid protest. The referee says penalty, and if he isn't technically right, he's certainly right morally. Watch this. Van Basten is through against the goalkeeper. He takes him on now. It's outside the area, but morally that's a penalty. And in fact, some people would say that the goalkeeper should be sent off. Marco Van Basten creates the opportunity for AC Milan to go 2-0 up. Well, what drama here in the Giuseppe Meazza. And Van Basten himself has put the ball on the spot. With only 30 minutes gone, and they're dreaming about 5 again. And Real Madrid are shell-shocked. They just don't know what's hit them. But the answer is Marco Van Basten, who's made one. In fact, he's made both, but he scored that one also. Slid the penalty in as Puyo guessed wrong. 14 minutes gone then, and a substitution. John Toshak has pulled off Bernd Schuster. A real shock here now. They've made a change. Bernd Schuster, presumably injured, has been taken off, and Julio Llorente, number 15.